All right, now this is the process of how Alibaba and sourcing works again, but we're drawing it out now, and it's a little bit more tailored just to Alibaba. So where do we go to find suppliers? We go to Alibaba. If you want to find USA suppliers, watch the video on how to find those. What we do is we search the product name. It's just like Amazon, okay? It's going to show us all of the results. But the question is, which one of these are we going to choose? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to evaluate two things. We're going to evaluate the product and we're going to evaluate the supplier. What is our goal? We're going to see who we're going to talk to, because you don't want to just talk to everyone. We want to, it's a filtering process of who we're going to do business with. If we're going to evaluate the product, we're going to look at images, price, and the similarity, okay? We want to choose an image that looks the most like what we're trying to do, because we're trying to customize or whatnot, or make a little bit of changes, or maybe they have exactly what we want and it's not on Amazon. Then perfect. What we do is we're going to look at that product image. Then we're also going to look at the price, which is down there, okay? And then the minimum order quantity. Now, these are both negotiable. The price we want to get close to, we want the price to be generally in our range of what we're looking to get. And for this, I was looking to get like 20 cents to 40 cents. So maybe that works. And then the minimum order quantity, you can get that lower. So you don't need to worry about that too much. But if it said 10,000 pieces and you're only looking to buy 500, maybe that's a little high, but still worth talking to. Then what we do is we analyze the supplier, okay? We're going to analyze their profile, and we want to see if they're a factory versus a trading company, which we'll explain in another video more in depth. Basically, we're going to look at their name, okay? This is on that product listing up above. It's just right below it. We're going to look at their name right there, okay? And just see, like, all right, does it say trading factory, or does it say trading factory in the name, actually? So does the name seem fishy? And does the name seem fishy in like a trading company or something really weird that doesn't match what the products they sell are? Then we're going to look at how long they've been on the platform for. Now, if they could be on there for a year, it doesn't eliminate it, but you could still go with them. Response time, obviously you want somebody that responds, and then we want to see if they are a gold supplier. That just means they paid to get verified, and Alibaba's done some basic check, some basic due diligence on them, and that's what we're looking for. That's essentially what we're looking for there. And then we want to know if they are a factory versus a trading company, and we'll go more in depth on that later, like I said. Okay, basically we choose the ones that we want to talk to. So we're going to send them a template, which we have later in this, and you're going to customize it to your needs. All right, the goal for this is, can they answer all of our questions? Like, there's going to be 10 questions there. If they can't answer all of those, could they get your order right? Do you want to trust all your money in your business with somebody that can't even answer 10 questions? Probably not. All right. So you want to make sure they've done all the questions. Do they have a fast response time? I mean, you're going to be doing business with this person. If they take a week to respond, like me, you probably don't want to do business with them all the time. All right. But luckily, I made this digitally so you guys can, my response time isn't always great, but when I respond, it'll be good. Okay, then you want to make sure that they're able to meet your specifications, okay? And then, it's got to be a reasonable price at first. We'll negotiate that later. And then, are they willing to send us a sample? If they're not willing to send us a sample, then that's no bueno, because we need to see the product before we order it. And then you just straight up ask them, are you a factory or a trading company? And they should tell you. And if they don't, there's still ways that we can further validate that they are a factory, because we want to be dealing with the people that actually build the products and not the people that are just a middleman, like a real estate agent. Okay, professional and relatively good English. Again, we're doing business with them. We would like to speak English. Unless you know Mandarin, then go for it. All right, so somebody's bad, denied. Go on to the next one, all right? Now, if it's good and everything matches, we're going to buy a sample from them, okay? Then it's going to take about 2 to 5 days for that sample to get to us, all right? Then what we want to do then is we evaluate who has the best sample, all right? We want the best quality sample at the end of the day. We want to be dealing with someone that's professional, and it's got to be profitable for us, okay? Then what we do is we're going to negotiate, and hopefully you get about 2 that are both good, and then you negotiate. We don't just care about price. There's many factors that are important other than price, okay? Like MOQ, which is how many you have to order initially. As we talked about with lead time, it's important. The less lead time, the the less quantity we have to buy and the shorter the lead time, that means the less money we have to put in and the less risk and the more products we can launch. So if we order, I'm willing to pay a higher price if I can get a lower MOQ and a faster lead time because my overall cash required is not as high. Then we kind of negotiate on some other things like, can we get our returns? So basically, are they willing to pay us for are they willing to pay us for defective returns? If they're not, that could be a red flag that, hey, they're hiding something from us, okay? So with payment on Alibaba, with payment with Chinese manufacturers, typically you'll pay 30% when you make your order, and then you pay 70% when you actually get the goods. But you want to get an inspection done before they ship those goods to you to make sure that it meets your order requirements, all right? And will they do stuff like stickering and then packaging? Of course, we want to get custom packaging. We teach you guys now how to negotiate on that. All right. Once these are all met, it looks good. This person is able to meet our needs. We get some terms that we like. Well, then we pay them, okay? When do we pay them? 30% up front, 70% after that inspection. How do we pay them? We could either pay them through Alibaba with trade insurance with a bank account, or we could pay them with PayPal for your first time, all right? Now, you could even pay with a credit card with either one of these. There is an additional fee on top of that, though. Just take that into account. And they should be willing to take one of these two on your first order to build up rapport. If they're not, then it's somewhat of a red flag. Just say that you're willing to pay the fee. All right, then we get an inspection done. Once it's ready to go, we get an inspection and we ship it in to Amazon. We use a freight forwarder and we are good to go. So that's the overall visual. I know it may be a repeat of the last video, but I went a little bit more in depth. So I hope that this was a helpful video for you guys. And let me know if you have any questions and go watch the rest of the section. I hope that you guys find a good supplier because a good supplier is worth gold.